Are you ready to discover the scariest places on Earth? Here are the top 10 creepiest places that might just give you nightmares. Number 10. Bran Castle, Romania. Known as Dracula's Castle, Bran Castle stands tall with its imposing Gothic architecture, evoking the eerie legends of Count Dracula. In reality, the castle functions more as a popular tourist destination rather than a true house of horrors. The dark, narrow corridors and looming towers contribute to an unsettling atmosphere, but visitors are more likely to be enchanted by its medieval charm than spooked by supernatural forces. Despite the lack of real vampire activity, the castle's association with Vlad the Impaler, the brutal ruler who inspired Bram Stoker's Dracula, adds an undeniable layer of intrigue. Standing atop the rocky hill and overlooking the Carpathian Mountains, the castle continues to spark curiosity and fascination, drawing thousands of visitors eager to walk in the footsteps of the infamous Count. Number 9. Village of Nagoro, Japan. Nagoro is a remote village in Japan that has taken on a strange and haunting identity over the years. As the population dwindled, an artist named Tsukimi Iyano began crafting life-size dolls to represent the former residents who had passed away or moved to urban areas. These dolls, eerily lifelike and often dressed in clothes donated by the villagers, now outnumber the living inhabitants by a significant margin. Some are positioned in fields, mimicking farmers at work, while others are slouched on porches, frozen in time. The village has transformed into an unsettling open-air museum of sorts, capturing moments of daily life that once was. While the atmosphere leans more towards melancholy than pure horror, the sight of hundreds of unmoving figures scattered throughout the landscape evoke an unsettling feeling. Nagoro stands as both a memorial to the past and a poignant reminder of Japan's aging rural communities. Number 8. Centralia, Pennsylvania, USA. Centralia is a ghost town in Pennsylvania that became infamous after an underground coal mine fire ignited in 1962 and continues to burn to this day. What once was a bustling community slowly transformed into an eerie, desolate landscape as the fire spread beneath the surface. Toxic smoke and steam escape through cracks in the ground, giving the town a dystopian, post-apocalyptic appearance that feels like a scene from a horror movie. The once thriving streets are now overgrown and crumbling, with only a few remaining structures standing as haunting reminders of Centralia's past. Graffiti-covered roads disappear into the fog, and warning signs line the area, advising visitors of the dangers hidden beneath their feet. The ground is unstable in places, with sinkholes forming unexpectedly, a chilling testament to the fire that refuses to die out. Despite its eerie reputation, Centralia attracts curious travelers and urban explorers fascinated by the town's tragic history. The eerie silence, broken only by the faint hiss of smoke rising from the earth, adds to the unsettling atmosphere. Centralia stands as a stark warning of environmental mismanagement, forever marked by a fire that could continue to burn for centuries. Number 7. Hanging Coffins of Sagada, Philippines. The hanging coffins of Sagada represent one of the most unique and ancient burial practices in the world, rooted in the traditions of the Igorot people of the Philippines. Suspended high on limestone cliffs, these wooden coffins dangle precariously, creating a haunting yet captivating sight for visitors. The tradition, believed to date back over 2,000 years, stems from the Igorot belief that placing the dead closer to the sky and ancestral spirits ensures their safe journey to the afterlife. Unlike conventional burials, this ritual requires the elderly to carve their own coffins or have them prepared by family members before death. When the time comes, the coffin is carefully secured to the cliffside using ropes and wooden stakes. Some of these coffins are so old they have deteriorated, blending into the rocks, while newer ones stand out, adding to the eerie yet spiritual landscape. Walking through Sagada's Echo Valley, where many of these coffins can be seen, visitors are enveloped in a profound silence, interrupted only by the wind and distant echoes. This serene yet ghostly atmosphere serves as a reminder of the rich cultural heritage of the Igorot people and their deep connection to both life and death. Number 6. The Door to Hell, Birwaz, Turkmenistan. The door to hell in Derwez, Turkmenistan, is a massive gas crater that has been burning continuously for decades, creating a mesmerizing and terrifying spectacle. This fiery pit was accidentally ignited in 1971 when Soviet geologists were drilling for gas and the ground beneath them collapsed. To prevent the spread of methane gas, they set the crater alight, expecting it to burn out within a few days. However, the flames have shown no sign of extinguishing, blazing relentlessly ever since. Standing at the edge of the crater, visitors are met with an intense wave of heat and the ominous roar of fire echoing from deep within the earth. The sight of the flames licking the crater's rocky walls at night gives it a truly demonic appearance, as if the gates to another realm have opened beneath the desert sky. The glowing pit spans over 230 feet in diameter and plunges nearly 100 feet deep, making it an awe-inspiring yet frightening natural phenomenon. As the fire continues to rage on, Derwez's door to hell remains one of the most mysterious and haunting landmarks on Earth. Number 5. St. George's Church, Czech Republic. St. George's Church in the village of Lukova, Czech Republic, stands as one of the eeriest abandoned churches in the world. Once a place of regular worship, the church fell into disrepair and was eventually deserted after part of the roof collapsed during a funeral in the 1960s. What sets this place apart now are the ghostly white statues occupying its pews, transforming the church into an unsettling yet fascinating art installation. These haunting figures, draped in tattered white cloth, were created by local artist Jakob Hadrava as part of an effort to draw attention and restore the crumbling structure. The statues represent the souls of Sudeten Germans who once attended Mass in the church before World War II. The lifelike forms appear to be frozen in prayer, their hollow faces hidden beneath veils, which adds an unnerving layer to the atmosphere. Visitors describe the experience as stepping into a ghost story, with the sense of being watched by silent, spectral figures. Although the statues were designed to save the church from ruin, they transformed it into a magnet for paranormal enthusiasts. Whether viewed as an art project, a historical preservation effort, or a brush with the supernatural, blurring the line between the living and the dead in a way few other places can match. Number 4. Snake Island, Brazil. Officially known as Ilha da Queimada Grande, Snake Island is one of the most dangerous and forbidden places on Earth, located off the coast of Brazil. The island is infamous for being home to thousands of highly venomous snakes, including the golden lancehead viper, whose bite can cause severe tissue damage and even death. The dense snake population means you are quite literally never safe while on the island. The Brazilian government has strictly prohibited public access to protect both visitors and the delicate ecosystem of the island. Only authorized researchers and the occasional Navy personnel are permitted to step foot on the island, and even they must proceed with extreme caution. Stories of fishermen who mistakenly landed on the island only to disappear or die from snake bites further add to its dark reputation. The isolation of Snake Island, combined with the eerie presence of serpents lurking in every corner, creates a chilling atmosphere. The sheer number of snakes, estimates suggest up to 5 per square meter, means the island remains one of the most unnerving and hazardous places on the planet. Even from a distance, Ilha da Queimada Grande evokes a sense of dread, serving as a reminder of nature's deadly side. Number 3. Island of the Dolls, Mexico. On this eerie island, hundreds of aged dolls are scattered around, creating a deeply unsettling atmosphere. The dolls were placed there by Don Julian Santana, a local man who believed he needed to appease the spirit of a young girl who drowned near the island. Over the years, he collected discarded dolls, hanging them in various states of decay. Many of the dolls are weathered, with missing limbs, faded faces, and hollow eyes, further amplifying their sinister appearance. Visitors to the island often describe the feeling of being watched, as the dolls' lifeless eyes seem to follow them through the dense vegetation. The combination of rotting dolls swaying in the breeze and the eerie silence of the island creates an atmosphere straight out of a nightmare. Some believe the dolls themselves have become vessels for wandering spirits, adding to the island's mysterious lore. While the island was never intended as a tourist attraction, it now draws curious travelers and thrill seekers intrigued by the strange legend and haunting visuals. Don Julian continued adding to the collection until his death, which ironically occurred near the same spot where the girl was said to have drowned. Today, Island of the Dolls stands as both a chilling memorial and one of the most bizarrely captivating places in the world. Number 2. Capuchin Catacombs, Sicily, Italy. Beneath the streets of Palermo lies one of the most haunting and macabre burial sites in the world, the Capuchin Catacombs. This underground crypt is home to the preserved, mummified remains of thousands of people, ranging from monks and priests to local nobility and even children. Walking through the dimly lit corridors, visitors are confronted by rows of skeletal figures, many still clad in their decaying robes and ceremonial attire. Some of the bodies are eerily lifelike, with preserved facial expressions that seem frozen in time, creating an unsettling sensation as if they could spring to life at any moment. One of the most famous residents is Rosalia Lombardo, a young girl whose remarkably preserved body rests in a glass coffin. Known as the Sleeping Beauty, her almost doll-like appearance has captivated and disturbed visitors for decades. Number 1. Aokigahara Forest, Japan. Aokigahara Forest, located at the base of Mount Fuji, is one of Japan's most infamous and unsettling places. Known as the Suicide Forest, this dense woodland has gained a dark reputation due to the number of people who have chosen to end their lives within its borders. The thick canopy of trees blocks much of the natural light, creating a dim and eerie atmosphere even during the day. The forest floor is uneven and tangled with roots, adding to the sense of isolation that envelops visitors. Aokigahara's unsettling silence adds to its ghostly reputation. The dense trees and porous volcanic rock absorb sound, leaving the area hauntingly quiet. This amplifies the feeling of unease, with local legends telling of restless spirits that roam the forest. Scattered personal items and makeshift memorials along less traveled paths serve as chilling reminders of those who came before, reinforcing the forest's sorrowful reputation. Despite its grim associations, Aokigahara attracts hikers and nature lovers drawn to its proximity to Mount Fuji and natural beauty. Lava caves, like the Narasawa Ice Cave, are popular attractions. However, the dense vegetation and unmarked trails make it easy to get lost, contributing to the forest's mystique. Aokigahara stands as a paradox, a place of natural splendor intertwined with an enduring sense of loss, making it one of the most haunting locations on Earth. Which of these places would you like to visit? Or would you rather skip them all? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing content.